So in this section, let us understand the storage capabilities. Okay, let us start with the EBS first. Okay, so here let us see the default storage classes. As a part of the cluster creation using the blueprint, I've already created a GP3 storage class, which is the default. Please note that this is the provisioner name, which is different from the standard storage class. So for EKS auto mode, this name changes. So we have to keep that in mind. Now, if you wanted to look at the detailed configuration for this, so you can also see in the detailed YAML mode. So this is the configuration for this. Default type is GP3, ext4 file system, encryption is true, and the reclaim policy is delete. Now I'll go ahead and create a persistent value, okay, using this GP3 class. So then I'll also create a simple application. So it simply writes some messages to this. Okay, so let me just deploy this. So if I look at the pods, which are basically using this particular labels, empty is equal to stateful, so they are in the creation state. Okay, so if I look at the PVC for this, it is already bound to a PV. Okay, and let me get the pod state again. So the pod is already in the running state. Okay, so that means the volume is created. So this is a command I can just use to check the corresponding volume that is created. Okay, so let me run this command. Okay, so I need to get the volume ID name from this command. So okay, so this is the command that will give me this ID. Okay, up to this. So if I go to my console and check for the values with this name, so I can see this. So this is already uh, created. This is a value 8 GB. Now you can see all the data about this particular value. So it is created dynamically by the EVS CSA controller. Okay. Now I can just do an exec and look at the file which is basically created using this container, right? So the slash data out, which basically prints the current time. So that means we are able to create a dynamic PV using the EBS CSA driver and able to write the output into this. Okay, so this is how you'll be able to demonstrate the CSA driver capability, which is inbuilt as a cluster capability. In this section, we will see how to use the snapshotting capability because this is one of the module that add-on that we have deployed. Okay, so that means you will be able to create volume snapshots. Okay, that is the EBS snapshots using the Kubernetes API. Okay, so I'm creating this. So this is the name of the driver that we have to create. Now I'm creating a snapshot using this. Okay, so this is the snapshot object. So if I just take a detailed section of this, so you will see the snapshot ID, right? Now if I go to my console and look at the snapshots, you will see that a snapshot will be created. Let me go to this. Okay, so this is the snapshot that is getting created. Now if I go to the snapshots and search for that, so you can see this, right? This is the same thing that we are searching. So this is how you'll be able to check whether you will be able to create snapshots using the CSA driver, the snapshot driver, right? So this is used for taking the backup and for DR purposes for the stateful applications. And you can create the PVCs using these snapshots, right? So that means the existing data is still intact. So this is how you can leverage the EKS auto mode uh, inbuilt cluster capability to use the EBCS driver along with the snapshot driver. Please note that the snapshot driver is not a cluster capability. You have to deploy as an add-on. But nonetheless, you can see these two things work together. Okay.